So you and I, we've spoken twice before. I wouldn't expect you to remember. Both times at the London Football Awards. And the first time you won Young Player, and the second time you won Player of the Year, and there was a lot of chat then about, oh, you're the £100 million man, and we all kind of had a bit of a joke of it. Now you are. I mean, when you reflect on the last sort of 5 years or so, how do you feel? How far have you come as a player?
I think I'd be 5 years ago. I'd be dreaming about where I am now. To be honest, I say it in all the interviews that I do. Like, I don't actually think about it. Like, it's crazy to think that okay, I've been sold for 100 million, but I haven't thought about it once. Like, obviously that's a price tag that's now attached to me. I just try to play football and enjoy myself. I don't try to put any added pressure on myself. Me being myself is what's got me here. That isn't going to change now. I'm at Arsenal. I'm still going to do the things that I've done. That's got me to Arsenal. I'm going to do things now differently that Mikel wants me to do. So I kind of just take it all in my stride. I try not to put myself under any pressure, because in football it's easy to do that. But I think it's important that you're constantly open to learning and wanting to improve. And at the end, judge me on the price tag. Then don't judge me after 2-3 weeks. It's a long process, and hopefully at the end that's why I've come to Arsenal, because I want to be a success and I want this club to be a success.
Yeah, I mean, how easy is it to sort of park all that, because you are at the moment Britain's most expensive footballer? It's a little bit of history that can never be taken away from you at this.
Yeah, for me that's it's such a proud moment. All the hard work that you put in. From the moment you can kick a ball through the academy systems, all the coaches you've worked with, all the people you've learnt stuff off, to now get to this point where I am it is really special, of course. Also, like I just said a second ago, it's important not to put that pressure on yourself. I don't do that at all. I just try to take it all into my stride. Of course, now there's going to be a lot of noise around me, around the transfer, around the price. But again, if I keep doing what I've been doing the last couple of years, what's got me here, I'm not going to have any problems at all. So I just need to stay focused and just try to be as relaxed and as open-minded to working as possible.
A lot of the players talk about how persuasive Mikel is and his attention to detail. How did he convince you to join? What did he say to you that made you think this was the right club for you?
I don't think it's just in what he said to me. I think I said it in my open interview. Like, I'd been watching Arsenal now like the last 2-3 years since he's taken over, and even in his first year you could see what he was trying to build. And then in the year after that they finished 5th, and then last year they obviously finished 2nd. But the trajectory of what they've been doing and how he wants to play, and obviously speaking to a few of the players and how they've improved. And then obviously after I'd spoken to him as well, it was just, it was everything that that I'd wanted really. I'm 24, like I've said all along, you only get one career. I know I've got a couple more stages I can get to in terms of my improvement, and I feel like he's the best man to do that. Already in the 10 days that I've been here, I'm seeing football in a different way. I'm seeing the game completely different. I'm learning different things every day, and that's what I want to do. I want to test myself. That's why we play football, and that's why you want to improve. Can
you give us an idea of what you mean? I mean, what have you seen differently? What have you taken?
Just obviously I've been at one place for so long, so it's a completely different change. Just in terms of the tactics, the way he wants to play football, the way you press. Every manager is different, and under Mikel already, I'm learning so much in training. There's so much information to take on, and for sure over time, once I've fully adapted into it, I'm sure I'm going to be a better player for it.
Everybody knows your friendship with Mason Mount. You've obviously moved, he's moved. I just wondered if you two talked, kind of helped each other through those transfers, because they can be quite stressful processes sometimes.
To be honest with you, I think I actually read a few, loads of bits that me and him were speaking, and people were saying that we'd always end up at the same club. Like, it wasn't like that at all. I've got to do what's best for my career. Mace has got to do what's best for his career. We never really had that chat. I know he was going through a tough time at Chelsea with a few things. Of course, I was there for him, and he was there for me as well. But obviously, my situation was very different compared to his. But no, we support each other. We're very happy for each other. I spoke to him the other night after the game. He's so happy to be at United, and I'm so happy to be now at Arsenal.
And in terms of Arsenal, how have you settled in? Who have you? I know because I know you played with under-19s and under-14s with Eddie Nketiah, so
yeah.
I know you know him. But
Yeah.
who else has kind of helped you sort of settle in? Who have you kind of struck up a relationship with early?
Do you know what? I think it was important from the first day I got there. I tried to be as outgoing as possible. And I'm like that anyway, but I really wanted to put myself out there, go speak to other players, speak to the Brazilian guys, speak to the Portuguese guys. You know, show them that I'm a nice guy. That I wanted them to get along with me. And you know what? It feels like I've been here for ages already. I don't feel like a new player. Even all of the staff members, you know, the physios, the chefs, you know, the people behind the scenes, you know, they've all been so welcoming. I feel like that's been really important. You know, like I just said, I feel like I've been here forever already, which is a massive positive, and also it's made it really easy for me to settle in.
You done your initiation song yet?
Yeah, I've done it in Washington.
What was it?
Standard. Ice Ice Baby. Rapped it. It was very good, to be fair. Had everyone up. It was nerve-wracking at the start because you get asked a load of questions when you stood up. You've got to say your name, you've got any brothers or sisters, you've got to they question you, and then you've got to sing it. So I'll give it a good go.
And it went down well?
Yeah, I think it went down well, to be fair. A couple of them said it was the best they'd seen, so yeah, I suppose it went down all right.
And final couple, just in terms of the team itself, what are the expectations this season? I mean, obviously you weren't at the club, but you know, Arsenal's Premier League push kind of came a little out of nowhere last season, but obviously you've come in, a couple of other big signings, another year stronger, another year older together. Are you looking at the title and thinking, you know, that's got to be our aim this season?
Without a doubt. I think from the first moment I've come in, the process of everyone in their mind here is to win. That's literally the motivation of everyone now, is to win, to be successful, to enjoy the pressure of being at the top. You know, like you said, the squad, we've added some really good players. The squad was already amazing before, you know, the players have joined. And of course now there's going to be more pressure on us. There's going to be more pressure on everyone around the club to perform and to win stuff. I feel like we'll take that in our stride. You know, the players that were here last year, I'm sure they would have learned a hell of a lot with that title run. And this year it's just about going that one step ahead. Of course, everyone's strengthening in the Premier League, but like I said, I wouldn't have chose Arsenal if I didn't believe that this club is going to go back into the big time where they can, you know, win big trophies and compete for the biggest awards. So I'm really looking forward to it.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube, and for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app, and for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.